Sometimes there are things in life that feel like they're out of our control, that irritate us so much, that upset us so much. Perhaps, maybe a loved one, a partner, a friend is acting differently to you and you can't really understand why, or maybe you've been put into a difficult situation. Maybe rent is suddenly going up in your building, or you need to move somewhere, or you need to turn in a bunch of documents for work or for school. Maybe something's bothering you with your business or your health or whatever it may be. Whatever is coming up for you right now, it's important to recognize something, and that is that there's essentially two different ways to deal with everything in our lives. And that's what I want to talk about today. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the V community. On this channel, we talk about law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about how everyone and everything is our medicine and how everything is happening for us. This reminder that we really need, especially in difficult times. So as I was saying in the intro, there's essentially two ways of dealing with challenges in our lives, and that's two different types of people. And each one of us has been one of these people before. Each one of us has played the victim, and each one of us has been the hero in our lives in different times. I believe that the more we can be the own hero in our story, step up and be a hero for ourselves, the easier and more fulfilling life can be. Now, what do I mean by this? So the hero, or confident people who have faith, they see challenges, okay? Now, anxious people who have no faith, people who are afraid, they see threats, right? So it's two different perspectives on lives. And usually the people who are in the victim mentality are people who have gone through really difficult things in their lives. Of course, the hero mentality people have also gone through difficult things in their lives, but they've turned those things around and made them what makes them stronger, right? Use them to strengthen their character and their resolve. Now, the anxious people, the victimized people, they are living in their fight or flight response. They're living from the ego. The ego just wants to survive, and the ego is afraid of everything. Any little change is scary for the ego. We don't want to live from that. We want to live from the heart. We want to live as confident people who have faith, emunah, people who see our issues, the things that come up for us as challenges that are happening for us and not to us. Again, confident people, the hero, sees life as happening for them, right? So we see things as happening for us instead of to us. Anxious people, the victim, when we are feeling victimized, we feel like everything is happening to us. Like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why me? Why me? So this is a very decisive hero versus victim split, but trust me, life really gets so much more doable, manageable, and enjoyable when you choose consistently to be the hero. And that doesn't have to be this big thing. It doesn't have to be a lot of fanfare around it. You don't have to be, to put yourself out there and have everybody look at how heroic you are. It's a quieter thing. It's choosing every moment in your life, moment by moment, to see as life is happening for you rather than to you. The hero sees their challenges ultimately as things that make them better, more well-rounded. The hero becomes better able to handle whatever comes their way. And always, of course, with the grace of God, always knowing that they're not alone. Here's a silly real-world example for you. So I got a flat tire a while ago. I'd never had one in my adult life. I only had one when I was a teenager, and my dad took care of it. So I wasn't exactly sure what to do about it. Obviously, pay my own bills, pay for my insurance, pay for everything, but I wasn't sure what to do. So I was driving and my car basically stopped. But rather than crying, why me? Like, why is this happening to me? I had a dentist appointment in about 15 minutes. I was actually almost excited about the prospect of getting to save myself, the prospect of learning what to do. And so my brother came and he tried to patch up the tire for me, and I watched and I tried to learn. I was like, okay, I'll figure out how to do this next time. Later that day, it turns out the patch didn't work. I probably needed a brand new tire. The air was completely gone from my tire as I was driving, and I realized, okay, this tire needs to be replaced. Now what? And again, I had never done anything like this by myself. I'm so used to just calling my parents and, asking them to do something for me. But it was really exciting to kind of figure it out. I was like, okay, I have insurance. I have this. I'll take my car here. They'll pick up my car. Yes, it's annoying to have to pay for a new tire, but such is life. These little things happen to us for a reason, right? So I got the towing company to come and take my car to a repair shop. I got it fixed. I got everything taken care of. And honestly, I know that might seem like a small thing to some people, but we all have our various varying levels of difficulty in different things, right? I felt very adult. Now let's take this girl I know. Recently, she had been posting a lot on Instagram about how she's upset. She has to pay so much money for this, pay so much money for that. She has to go here, go there, and she's spending all this money on other people and she wants to spend it on herself. She was very vocal about it on her Instagram. She'd been complaining a lot. And most of the things that she had to pay for were like friends' birthdays or weddings and things like that. And I can understand how if somebody works really hard for their money, we all work hard for our money, if they don't want to be spending it in ways that, maybe not on themselves. I understand that. However, when we complain about getting to spend money on joyous things, then we are going to have to pay more money on things that aren't so joyous, right? So after a couple of weeks of her complaining very vocally on Instagram, she also got a flat tire and she found she had to replace her tire completely. And to her, this was the end of the world. And I'm sure it really felt that way. And, this is her journey right now. That's her mentality. The why me mentality is where she is right now. And that's not a powerless place to be because it's a place of potentiality. It's like you find yourself in this situation where you're constantly asking, why me? Why is this happening to me? That's a powerful place to be because you can only go up from there. You can only take your power back from there. You can only decide that life is happening for you from there. But when we focus on and voice our troubles all the time, rather than seeing what life is reflecting back to us, we're just going to get more of those troubles. It's very important that, I truly, truly believe that if she had, rather than put her attention on the spending of the money and put it on the getting to celebrate love and getting to celebrate the birth and the existence of some of her friends, that wouldn't happen to her, that good things would happen, rather more opportunities would come to her. Because what we put our attention on is what comes into our reality, right? But we got to see everything as our teacher, everything as medicine. And that makes life more exciting. Personally, I think that it makes life like this video game in which we have all these side quests and different tasks and challenges we have to find ways to accomplish to make everything work in order to get to the next level. We get all these tasks done and then it's the next level and we have tasks on these, but we're always getting better. And confident people who practice spirituality and personal development, we see life as this upleveling. It's making us better. Our trials, our tribulations, they're making us stronger. They're making us more capable. And if we're in the victim mentality, then we see our challenges as taking away from us, as making our life worse. We see it as punishment, and that's just not what it is. And honestly, with a shift in perspective, the task becomes easier too. So everything external that upsets us is asking us to do a few things, right? So this is what I've gotten it down to. Number one is to see what is inside of you that's reflecting this outer situation. Number two is to level up, boss up, handle it. Or number three is to let go and let God, surrender, let go of resistance. So number one, what is inside of you that is reflecting this situation into your external reality? Our entire external reality, 95% of it at least, originates in our own subconscious mind. What is inside of us that is making everything happen outwardly? So I remember I was having issues with some of my friends for a while. I wasn't clicking with them and I felt kind of like on the outskirts for a while. It just popped out recently. I would say after turning 29, which is interesting. I'll tell you why. My feelings of insecurity, of not being good enough, stem from my childhood. I came here to America not speaking any English, and all the cool girls didn't really, they thought I was this fresh off the boat girl and they weren't into me, whatever. They're all some of my close friends now. Because we all get past that childish part of our lives, right? I was always worried about being too weird and not being cool enough. And though I'm an adult now, those fears and those feelings are still deep inside of the subconscious mind unless we release them, unless we let go of them. So I never thought that I was worthy enough as a child of having genuine friendships unless I changed myself. And now as an adult, when I have committed to being totally myself, those fears have come to the surface to be dealt with again. So of course I took on the everything is happening for me mentality, and I realized that it was a 10-year cycle coming up for me. Something that I had felt at 9 years old re-emerged when I was 19. I didn't handle it well when I was 19, and now at 29, here it is again for me to deal with. And I'm glad to say that with this awareness and this expanded perspective, I was able to see it for what it is and let it go. It was happening for me to let it go. I feel like everything that's happening in our lives and in our dreams is all a way for the soul to reintegrate with itself, to come into wholeness, into completion. So I was able to bring myself back to my inherent worth, remind myself that I am a good, genuine person. I'm really cool. I'm really fun. I'm really funny. And the people who are meant to be in my life will see that and will enjoy that aspect of me, and they'll gravitate towards me. And the ones who won't are not meant to be in it, and they'll fall away, and that's okay. So once that shift happened inside of me, I saw my external reality shift as well, and the love of my friends just outpouring because I was accepting myself. So of course my external reality had to reflect that and accept me and love me as well. We teach people how to treat us with the way we treat ourselves and what we see ourselves. Everything is happening for us to level us up, which brings us to number 2. Level up, boss up. There are going to be challenges in your life. That is why we physicalize into this reality. That is why we're here, like my pop tire, or like my apartment rent being raised, or like someone not doing their job correctly, and then it falls on us to clean up the mess. Whatever it is that's happening, right? These things aren't happening to throw us off track. They're not happening to even tell us that we're off track. They're simply these side tasks, these side quests in a video game to get us to level up and to step into our own power. If you watch my vlogs, you might remember I was dealing with some plumbing issues in my house in Sedona, and I kept putting it off because it just seemed so big and I just didn't know how to handle it, until one day I decided, okay, this is happening for me. This is a challenge that I have to sit down and figure it out and get through it. Let's complete this challenge. So that moment that I decided to take care of business changed everything. I now know I can handle things because I handled it really well. Everything is good. It's all fixed. The plumbing issue is fine. There's no more stagnation inside of me. So there's no more stagnation externalized in my house. And then number 3 is really important because it should be used in all of the scenarios. And that is to remember that you're never alone. You're never doing anything on your own. You always have the option to ask for divine help. Call in angels, ask God for help, ask the universe for help. A simple prayer or a pause and a deep breath, a reorientating into the present moment and asking, please take care of this for me. I need your help. I need your assistance. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your assistance. And the resources and assistance will come. They will come in the shape of other people, in the shape of opportunities, divine intervention. And those who have faith will see mountains be moved from in front of them. So that's my little talk today about everything being your medicine and everything being your teacher. I hope that you liked it. I want to know what part resonated the most and how you can apply this, how you are going to apply this to something that you might be dealing with right now in your life. If you share that, you're going to be inspiring somebody else to share and somebody else to take on a challenge in their own lives. And it's good karma. It really is. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I love you so much. I'm really enjoying being back and making these videos. I'm basically just whatever pops up in the morning, I sit down and talk about it. So if you like this style, if you like what I'm doing, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn the notifications on so that you can be alerted whenever I post. I love you so much. I appreciate you. And until next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.